welcome to another episode of Matters That Matters. What we're going to tell you today about matters that matters in our society. Before I go on, and I'm sure you're very good. Yeah, you should be very good, and always, because I'm good, and you should be good, because it matters that matters. So welcome to another episode of Matters That Matters once again, and here we are. I remain Jeremiah Idowu, or you call me Idowu Jeremiah, because it's your wish. Yeah, as well as you feel like. Anyhow you feel it. So on today's episode, without taking much of our time, we're talking about something very, very important. And when I mean something very, very important, I mean something the adult and the older ones ought to work towards, and the younger ones need to be taught. Yeah, so I'm talking about religion actually. Don't mind me, it happens. So I mean religion, and talking about religion, we won't just talking about religion, but religious view, and that is why I have my guest here with me. I know you want to meet him, and my guest, we have so many things in back for you. Don't miss it. So welcome to another episode of Matters and Matters, as I have said, and on today's episode, I know you're gonna love it. And before we go on, I hope you all have kept on subscribing as you've done, and you've kept on sharing the episode and preaching the gospel to the others. And I know you are gonna do better, and you are doing your best. I love you all. So on today's episode, let's welcome our guest, Mr. Al-gynaa Abubakar. Welcome to our meet, sir.
Hello. Yeah, I'm happy to be in this sweet midst of different kind of people.
Yeah, you're welcome once again. So before we go on, can you just tell us a little about yourself?
My full name is Al-gynaa Abubakar, and my friends call me Al-gynaa International. Right from our Arabic school days, and ever since then I decided to have establish a media, so I turned it to Al-gynaa Media.
Wow, that's very interesting. So, like he said, he said he's the, should I call him CEO of Al-gynaa Media. So before we go on, you can go on YouTube and check out his videos. You can go on YouTube and check out his past videos, and I'm very sure you're gonna be motivated, because that's one of the things we're going to be talking about right now. So talking about your TV, I happen to view your TV to be kind of special, because in this generation that we are, I've seen a lot of youth coming up with TVs and coming up with WhatsApp TV and YouTube pages, but all they do there is show nudity and go. What inspires you to come up with a kind of motivational TV?
Right from my secondary school days, I always try to be unique. It is not as if we are not all human beings, but I always see myself as someone special, and try to do something special. Though I come up to be very playful when I was in school then, so I see things as different, in a different point of view that some people see it. So basically, how I started was when I was in Arabic school then, I mingled with both Muslim and Christians. So I see the religion is kind of linking together. We believe in Jesus, and you understand that kind of thing.
Of Isa and Jesus,
you
Musa and Musa kind of.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the only prophet that was not the Christian type was Prophet Muhammad that we believe in. So I had a friend then in secondary school days, Victor. So he's a pastor, So we talk about these kind of things. I was like, wow, I think something is fishing somewhere. You'll be shocked when I say this thing. The thing is, Christians really have problem with our religion because they don't understand Arabic at all.
Yeah, I'm about to ask that question. That how do you kind of cope in this kind of situation whereby both Christian and Muslim, it occurs that they happens to have argument about this religion issue all the time.
Exactly. It is someone who does not really have future and ambition that fight on this religion stuff.
Exactly. Thank you very much.
So that time though, we used to argue. So I sat down and realized that it is because they don't really understand anything about religion, and we Muslims, we are cheating the Christians by reading the Bible and understanding. So there are some Arabic Sirah, like books, this Quran stuff that I sat down, understand it, then explain it in English form and other languages. Then I use this to motivate people on social media. That was how I started writing and composing my own motivational talks.
Okay, Thank you.
That was in 2018.
Yeah, I want to ask another question. Yeah,
Okay.
you said that you felt that the Muslim are cheating the Christian,
Yes,
by reading the Bible and understanding.
yeah,
You know, I've come across a situation whereby the Muslim, I have a kind of Muslim group in my school. Then when I was in boarding school actually. So they are of the notion that Christianity actually is a kind of a fake religion, because their books can be understandable. How do you feel about that?
well, the thing is, it is not as if it is the judgment of the prophet,
Yeah.
but I believe the Christians also have their Bibles in different languages.
That's great. Thank
So what I can see there is just that people initiative and people's opinion makes its roles and moves like that. So secondly, you asked me what motives me to create a motivational TV. It is not as if we don't have many motivational speakers,
Yeah.
but most of them talks about entrepreneur. I started my company with one egg. One egg.
Exactly.
You
Like, about 2 weeks ago, I was having a conversation with a lady, and she was like, "You put doing this motivational talk. That's what all of you are doing." I was like, "What?" So have you taken your time to listen to some people and feel the difference in their motivation?
Thank God you said a lady.
Yes.
On my own feed, I meet different kind of people.
I don't understand why it's like
more
that.
than a lady. More than a lady. They'll be like, we will see you later. You'll be wearing one shoe and this. That. I say, I am not a motivational speaker on entrepreneur. I am a motivational speaker on general life talk.
I really love that. You know, at this point, we need to start breaking things down for people, because I feel people no longer want to assimilate everything.
You know, to the extent that whenever anything happens to me, I write something about it. Okay, there was a time I started my TV, then a year when I started, I was financially broke. Then I posted on my status then that I needed financial support, this, that. So a lady actually, I remembered, a lady typed to my DM, and she was like, why would I be using this kind of situation to ask for people for help? And I was like, you don't talk to people like this. Then I remember I wrote something. If you are right, does not mean other people are not
wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, you are right does not mean other people are not right.
I think I need to put that up on my status actually.
so just because you think you are right, you should not then think mother. You should ask for other people's opinion.
Because
okay,
I also believe I believe the quote you just made right now is part of what's causing most of this religious war. Because
exactly.
people feel, because I'm right, I've studied this thing, I'm right. So when someone comes to tell me this part of what you studied is not meant to be like this, they will take it in another way.
Exactly. So I think I've made 2 points now. The first reason why I was motivated to create something different from what other people have been creating, just as you said earlier. That, okay, we've been seeing TV that we'll post comedy, we'll see TVs that will post other things that are not really adding to our knowledge.
Yeah. That's what our youth want. No, okay. Let me say most of we youth. That is what they want.
Yeah, we are being carried away with the worldly things.
Exactly.
And the Bible's even, we will go into religion a bit, but I don't really want to move fast.
No, you can't.
So number one is I think I should be unique. I created this thing out of uniqueness.
Okay, let me ask you one question.
Okay.
You're talking about uniqueness.
Yeah.
You see, in this society that we live in presently, people get to be condemned for being unique.
Exactly.
People get to be cast away from being unique. What can you say about that, and what advice can you give to people that are just trying to be unique in their own way?
I should start with a story of the animals. Like, we have what is this animal's name?
Lion?
Not really lion. The sheep.
Yeah.
And the male of the sheep is called, don't really remember. That one have O's. So like the sheep has been the sheep, and it cannot fight. It doesn't have power. But it is unique out of all animals because it does not even cause trouble or quarrel at all. And when you now see the sheep coming, sometimes the huge animals they leave the way for the sheep.
Wow, that's amazing.
Because the sheep is actually unique.
I need to go search about that.
seriously.
Honestly.
The lion and the tiger in the bush, they don't touch it sometimes. Because they're like, this one is there. It's nothing.
Too calm.
You understand what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah.
So that is what they call uniqueness. When you are unique, sometimes people will leave you on your side.
Just let's just leave him. Let him be.
And before you know it, you just be at the top. They were leaving you, and you are just at the top.
Okay, what about in a situation whereby
Okay.
you're trying to be unique, but influence from your friends are kind
Exactly.
of disturbing you,
I
are kind
have-
of shifting your focus.
Honestly, I have enough to talk about that. Because when we are still in the secondary school days, we were much as friends. So many of them now are now Yahoo boys and the likes.
Yeah.
When we were in school, then they used to be like, they'll bring phone, they'll spend this, that. But when you are determined, one, decision making, then focused. The thing is, we are not on the same category, and we cannot be on the same category because the fingers are not equal.
Yeah, it's happens. Even those they're doing the fraud thing, they are not on the same
On
category.
the same category.
You know, you will see some buying cars, and white some are still struggling to wear clothes.
Hush Puppy does not do anything on the life. I don't even know how to categorize him. He's not a Yahoo boy. He's not. I don't really know what he's doing, but I know he has money more than some fraudsters.
Yeah.
And he does not even spend like others.
Let's say it happens. All fingers are not equal, actually.
So back to the to our initial topic. Want to look into the lifestyle of our religions generally on the whole wide world. We have Muslims, Christians, Hindus, and the traditional worshippers.
Yeah.
Do we really need to fight or cause conflict between the Muslim and other religions? We don't.
I wonder.
We don't even need it at all. Now, some experience, or let me say some evidence from the Quran and both Bible. Both books says, I am going to fight by myself. No human being can
Should
fight
fight
for me.
for me. Yes. I can just imagine people fighting for God. Like, are you kidding?
And the funniest part is those that even fight sometimes on their own religion, both Christian or Muslims, they aren't even fulfilled
Exactly.
to what the God has even commanded them to even do. And they dispute others, they discriminate others that this person is you a Christian, no, I can't work with a Christian. You a Muslim, no. Come outside and tell me where the God both books are said, don't work with a Muslim.
Person, no, don't work with this
Or don't
person.
work with an Hindu,
Yeah.
or don't work with a Christian.
Yeah.
None of the books say that.
Sorry for cutting you short.
Yeah.
When you were talking, talk about being fulfilled.
Okay.
Can you tell us just a little about what you meant by being fulfilled?
Fulfillment is when you get to the aim, or when you achieve your aim, or when you achieve your goal. Now, let me break it down to the lowest level. When I was in school, then we were carried away with livestock, with different things. Number one, we play. Number two, ladies, girls stuffs. Number three, the material stuffs. So when I was in school, then I wasn't thinking or having the aim of establishing a YouTube channel or to become a motivational speaker. Then when I was at Arabic school, one day my teacher then called me and said, "What do you really want to become?" So I want to become in mechanical engineering. I was boasting.
Everybody has a big dream, actually.
So I was boasting. He was now saying, "Do you think people will benefit from you being in mechanical engineering?" I was thoughtful. I was like, "What do you mean by that, sir?" So if you are in mechanical engineering and you aren't implementing or building other people on other things, then you are not achieving anything.
Yeah, actually, I love that.
You are not achieving anything on earth. Then I'm now, whoa. So I have to create another career. There will be a resources to other people's out there. So that was how I now became a fulfillment of making a motivational TV.
So talking about your TV,
Yeah.
wow, you know, like we've said,
Okay.
with the growth and how things are in our society,
Okay.
how have you been able to cope and maintain the standard?
Now that's a very good point. Well, when I started, then I used to tell people, please, I need to sub, I need to do this, I need to post on my status. But I realized all those that were my own set were not following.
Because they don't understand your vision.
So I now decided to move ahead. I step up. I step up. So I step up to the adult level. Okay, I talk to some adults. This is what I want to do. Like point of view. They'll be like, oh, you can also do like this. So I started getting ideas. Then those that gave me ideas were actually much more than those that gave me financial support do. But those ideas goes a long way.
Than the money. Yeah.
It goes a long way. I walk around it, build something else around it, remove the trash, create the usefulness, and I see it as a meaningful thing.
Yeah, I also always have that idea that even this elderly people, it's not everything that they tell us we believe. So we have to kind of meditate on the advice we get. You know, in the Bible, there was a king that went to get advice.
It could be.
Okay,
I don't know if you are allowed to speak Yoruba.
No, you're free. You're free.
We'll
translate. I don't understand.
Yeah. So àwọn Yorùbá máa ń sọ pé tọmọdé bá lọ́ṣọ bí àgbà kò lè lákìsà bí àgbà. Ọmọ àgbàlagbà tó ní àkìsà yẹn tó pọ̀ jù yẹn kò lo ọ̀dọ̀ ẹ̀ dáadáa ló fi lákìsà tó pọ̀. For God's sake.
Exactly.
You know, okay, during my youth age, when I was still very, very small, I had an old man that talks to me then when I was living in one abule. I live with my grandma. So he said, it is not as if all grown up give you good advice, because some grown up use their youth age in a bad way.
To do shit. if I may say, this our generation, we have people causing trouble. That is the same way to be in the past generation, that we have people also causing trouble.
Exactly. Okay, we have those that are go bad now.
When they grow up,
so advice will not
they'll be giving advice too.
so he said, then he used one woman as an example that ìyá tó rí yẹn nígbà tó wà ní kékeré ó máa ń fi ọkọ káàkiri ni because she was looking for the materials of the life. So once she married this one and like gave her to 2 or 3 children, I'm like, this one is not satisfying my needs. She moved on again. So when she was old, what kind of advice will she give a lady that is young, that okay, when you two don't see satisfaction, you better
follow my step.
So may God just lead us to the right path and guide us aright, because the life is so complicating.
Okay, let me ask you this last question about this religion talk that we're having.
Okay.
You know, like, does going to church or mosque mean a person is religious?
What a deep one. People outside there can actually answer that question. That's why I'm laughing. Sorry. Seriously, people looking at these videos can answer that question easily. But frankly, we all know that it is not by going to church or by going to mosque that makes you a religious person. Sorry. Yeah. Now, let's break it to our understanding. Going to church and you are not kind-hearted, you aren't a charitable person, you aren't a merciful person.
You're doing it for nothing.
You don't have respect, regard for anything, human beings, animals. Come on, you are just a religious-less person. Let me put it that way. So you are just wasting your time actually. Both a Muslim and a Christian. If you are not a good person in the society, a mentor, someone they talk good about, then you aren't a religious person to me. You are just a church goer and a mosque goer.
Okay, so thank you very much. Like moving on, like let's put the religion stuff about.
Okay.
Like I said earlier, that we're not just talking about religion, but many other things.
General life.
Yes, that you people want to listen to,
yeah.
and I'm trusting you will love it. So let's talk about vision.
Okay.
You know, they said a man without vision is a man without future. Just let's talk about that.
That's why we used to say future and ambition and vision, they work together. How? Okay, I drop an asset, okay, that in the next 5 years I should be driving a Camry car. That's the future. Then vision, the vision is that car, how do I want to get it?
Your plan to get in
that's the vision.
To get to the future.
That's the vision. Okay, vision is okay. Katia, Wasi, Ile, let's come closer a bit. I sat down like this and I like so I now started dreaming that I went to Dubai and I came back.
You John.
That's a vision.
Yeah.
The vision have not been accomplished. You are working towards having that vision is what you work towards. Now you now focus and determine.
Okay.
it works along with vision.
Yeah. You know, right now you talk about being focused and determined.
Yes.
What about in a situation where your hands are tied? Like for example, like you have this huge vision,
Okay.
and you are trying to pursue the vision,
Okay.
but no money. Or you're that kind of tied in some kind of situation whereby you won't be able to forward in what
I
you
understand
planned.
you more than what you're saying, because I have been in that shoe. Okay, for instance, you have a vision, or you have a determination, or you have a goal to achieve, that you want to build a small company or a small business, but you don't have money.
Like we have so many CEOs right now.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Just like me. Okay, how I started this is not a business, so don't get me wrong. How I started was, okay, I tried to make people have a good view on that goal. I used to say something: when you lose people, you lose your future. If you're a tailor, you need people. If you're a shoemaker, you need people. If you're a carpenter, you need
You
people.
really do.
If you're a pepper seller, you need people.
Exactly.
Sorry, who do you want to sell the pepper to? Who do you want to barb their hair?
Exactly. Goats are not going to buy paper actually. So you need people in every situation.
You need conviction. When you now convince people to see your achievement or your goal, then you will now start seeing supporters. You can't wake up and say, okay, this is my future, this is my ambition, then I want to achieve it without money. Or no, even people that have money and established company, without putting people or calling people or convincing people, the company is going to run down. It's going nowhere. So we work with people. As long as you have an goal, achievement, you should work along with different kind of people. Don't discriminate when it comes to business attire.
And to also add to that, you have to be very, very patient, because people are very diverse and we are very different. So because what tie we will bring to your table might not be pleasing, and what kind we will bring to your table might be pleasing, but tie might have something more things in stock than that of Kennedy.
I love that patient of a thing. Because sorry, am I allowed to speak Arabic?
You're free.
The prophet says, as-sabr inda sadmatil ula. The best patience, the best way to have patience, the best form of patience is when you have it at the first situation. This is the first situation when you are coming up. You'll be like, this thing is wrong, it's not going as I let me just quit job. I would have done that years ago. But I was pushing it with patience. The funniest part is I was told I can buy viewers on my YouTube channel. I can just decide to save money and be like,
give me the viewers, let me buy.
Let me just
I'm kind of go and check my viewers. I have viewers without content.
But, oh my God, Jeremiah, you're working with me though.
Wow.
Then when I want to open this thing, I wasn't opening it for this kind of thing.
You know, that's one of the problem I feel as a youth that we're having in this generation. Because most of us want the money, but we don't want to work.
So I determined that, okay, bro, I want, even if it is going to be 1/4 of the subscribers I'm going to get by myself, with the quality and the value
That you're hardened.
that I've put in on the YouTube channel, then it's okay by me.
Wow.
Since then, I did not buy subscribers. I work on my own, and thank God I have 7,000 plus contacts and with probably 5,000 plus viewers on WhatsApp now.
So you can go check that. Go to his YouTube page and check out his videos. Trust me, you're gonna love it.
Seriously.
And just
Different
go to
topics.
Al-gynaa Media and check out these topics.
It is on Google too. You can just type Al-gynaa Media on Google and it's going to bring everything about me on Google.
Yeah. So just trust me on this. So before we go, like I mentioned earlier, patience. You know, in this generation, most of us, most of the youth, most of us actually, kind of the same.
Yeah.
Most of the youth kind of want the money without working. How do we feel that we are the youth? How can we change that actually?
I will bring out 3 points out of what you said. Number one, we are forgetting that we are doing ourselves because our children are coming. Secondly, we forgot totally about what the future is, because when you are now old, you won't be able to say, this thing is a fruitful to the mankind.
This is how I started, and this is where I am.
Oh, Nile talk asimo. So when you don't have patience on building anything in life, the end is not always good. Seriously, you will be regretful on it. Like, had I known, I should have had patience. I should have built it this way. I should have built it this way. And that is what I've been determined to have been doing. May God make it easy for me.
Okay, so we'll be concluding with this one.
Okay.
How do you think we can add to the society, and what advice do you have for youths, adults, and everyone that might be listening to this podcast?
I really have a lot of advice in my mind. Well, I do that day by day, every day, every time. But before I move on, one thing is actually important in human's lifestyle. What is that? Destiny. Yeah. So on my own advice, I will actually want us to look into destiny very well and be prayerful. Number one advice is being prayerful now is the priority of all human beings, because the situation where Nigeria is, even all the whole wide world, we have corona. Imagine covering nose for something that is not smelling.
Man.
Coronavirus is not a smell.
But it's dangerous.
But it's dangerous.
Yeah.
And we are not even seeing it. So it is so confusing when you cover nose for something that is not smelling and it's killing people. So destiny, when I say destiny, 2018 January 25, I wrote something. I said destiny is compulsory to occur, but it need a little bit coincidence before it actually happens.
Let me write that down.
So which means coincidentally corona came in. Corona,
I know through corona some people made it and some people have lost so many things.
exactly. During the corona, we have some teachers who are teaching in schools and they've been ridiculing them. But during the corona, they quit, and now some of them are working in bank and they are doing fine.
Yeah.
Why some people died in corona? So coincidentally, corona was the cause of their death. Coincidentally, corona was the source of some people's money.
Yeah.
And coincidentally, corona, we should say the negative part too. Coincidentally, corona made some people poor.
Yeah, so this is a very deep one. Very, very deep.
So the advice is we should all be prayerful, because destiny is actually starting to happen.
See, like I mentioned, patience. It also work with prayer along, because your prayer sometimes it doesn't come as quick as you want it. So
here I will want to plead our viewers that I really appreciate Mr. Jeremiah Idowu for inviting somebody like us.
You're welcome.
And I will plead on all the Al-gynaa fans too as well to try as much as possible to check on your work on
can check on Google,
okay,
on Apple Podcast, and
okay,
just browse Matters That Matters, and you're good to go.
I think that's their team, right?
Yeah.
Matters that matters in the society.
Yeah.
But I really like that.
So that's gonna be all for today on Matters That Matters in our society. We tell you what you need to know and what you ought to know. Yeah. So thank you very much for staying with us, Mr. Al-gynaa.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you for the knowledge that you've shared, and I feel with this few knowledge you've shared, it's not even few. With this old knowledge you've shared, you've added a lot to the society, and I'm very sure people are going to get a lot from this. So,
My God, please.
dear listeners, this is my letter to you. Keep subscribing, keep listening, keep sharing the gospel, and I love you. I want you to know that very, very sure.
Don't forget to subscribe to Al-gynaa Media on YouTube channel too as well.
Definitely. So that's gonna be all. So if you have anything to tell us, anything to add to the program, anything to share, or you want to share your story,
Contribution and comment is
or
allowed.
or you have any contribution, just send me an SMS to 09093980581, or you send a WhatsApp message. You are good to go. Or you send me a mail to idowujeremiaholuwaseun@gmail.com.
If you are not in a hurry, also on our WhatsApp TV Al-gynaa Media 07034898782.
Yeah.
You can save the number with Al-gynaa Media and text me anytime, any day.
Yeah, trust me, you want to be motivated. Thank you for joining us today.